Okay, now we are on to dividing integers. Excuse me. So we're going to start with dividing. And again, when we're doing the dividing, doing the same thing we did with adding, subtracting, and multiplying. We want to answer the same questions, come up with these rules. We want to know, what is the answer going to be? Is it going to be a positive or a negative? How can we tell? And the other thing we want to know is, what do we actually do with the numbers? Okay? And so for the dividing, we're going to use these two problems to help us figure out those rules today. What you have to remember is, when you're dividing, what you're really asking yourself is, what number can I put up here so that when I multiply it by 2, I get 16? Well, hopefully everybody knows that that would be 8. 8 times 2 is 16, and I have nothing left over, so my answer is 8. Now, over here, gets a little bit trickier, but I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm saying, what number can I multiply a negative 4 by so that I will get a negative 24? Well, what times a negative will give me a negative? Well, I can't put a negative up here because negative times negative would give me positive. That's no good. So that means my answer will have to be a positive. A positive times a negative will give me a negative. And it should be a positive 6. We know that'll give us a negative. We just said that. And 6 times 4 is 24. So if we do negative 24 minus negative 24, we would add a line and change the sign, and that is 0. So that's good. All right, so let's answer our questions. When we divide two integers and they have the same sign, so both of them are positive or both of them are negative, what's the answer going to be? Well, here we had two positives. The answer is positive. Here we had two negatives. The answer was positive. So it looks like when they're both positive or both negative, the answer will be positive, just like it was for multiplying. Now, what do we actually do to get the answers? Well, we just divided. 16 by 2 is 8. 24 divided by 4 is 6. That's all. It's a division problem. You divide. That kind of makes sense. So when they have the same sign, it'll be positive, and you just divide. So let's do a couple practice ones. Here, I have a negative 12 divided by a negative 3. They're both negatives. My answer will be positive. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay? So go ahead and do these three problems. You can pause the video now. We'll go over them tomorrow in class. So make sure you have these three answered when you get to class tomorrow. All right, now we got to talk about division with 0. Okay? So what is 0 divided by negative 6? Well, if we look at like we're doing on the front of this, the 0 goes underneath. The negative 6 would be outside. So what we're asking ourselves is, what times negative 6 gives me 0? Well, that's easy. 0 times anything is 0. So 0 times negative 6 would be 0. It goes in exactly 0 times. 0 divided by 2, same thing. 0 on the inside. Well, certainly 0 times 2 gives me 0. It's 0. 0 divided by anything equals 0. Okay? So in algebra, using letters, we could write that 0 divided by b is just going to be 0. However, people often get confused on these ones. This is different. This is not 0 divided by 5. This is 5 divided by 0. So 5 is on the inside. So if we ask ourselves, what can I put up here? So when I times it by 0, I get 5. That answer would be nothing, because anything times 0 gives me 0. And when I subtract, I'd still be at 5. I didn't get anywhere. I still have 5 there. And there's nothing to tell me what number has to go up here. Some people might want to put a 2 there. 2 times 0 is 0. Some people might want to put a 27 there. 27 times 0 is 0. But I still have 5 left over. I didn't get anywhere. I can't divide by 0 because of this. Because when I go to multiply, I'm always going to get 0 here and not get anywhere. So I can't do this. So the answer that we write down is we say that it is actually undefined. You can't divide by 0. There's no answer. So negative 9 divided by 0, undefined. Any number, if you divide by 0, is undefined. So in algebra, any number, letter, whatever, x over 0, undefined. It can get confusing. If the zero's on top, it's 0. If the zero's on bottom, we can't do it and it's undefined. Okay? Those are 2 things you got to keep straight when you're dividing with 0. That's it for today.